And the answer was no. I didn't think that was going to work, and that totally wasn't me back there. So I'll get past that, and this is enough of this. Keene, can you come get this guitar for me? I actually don't know how to play it. I thought it looked really cool. Did that look cool?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So thank you everybody for coming tonight. I appreciate this. Me shoving advertisements in your face for the past few weeks. If you guys don't know what this is a theater fundraiser. This is my senior project. I had 2 weeks to put everything together, so laugh at everything I say so I can get named. But like I said, I had 2 weeks to do everything. So this is all new material, so if I say or like, or I pause for a second, you know, just give me a little slack, you know? But this is all new for me. My last show, I was in a little coffee shop, you guys were there, and it was really cramped, and now I'm on a stage, and that's cool. I have a spotlight now, like I can do this, and like run away from it. Alright, that person's really good, I couldn't get away from it. Alright, I tried with all my heart. But it's really cool to see the theater, especially this theater, because it's done a lot for me. I had a scholarship opportunity because of this. Mr. Falstrom asked me if I wanted to do a scholarship for Eastern Michigan and be an audition. So I said, why not? Cannot hurt to give it a shot, you know? So, the audition was, you had to prepare 2 monologues and a song. So that's what I did. I did in the short kind of time I had, and I gave it my best shot. So I woke up the day of the audition, and I didn't really know what was the audition. I woke up, I was like, oh, I gotta go somewhere today. Lovely. So me and my parents got in the car, and we showed up to EMU. I walk in, and nobody's there. There's one guy. He's wearing a dress shirt, a bow tie, dress pants, and dress shoes. And I'm wearing neon green shoes, a neon shirt to match khaki pants. So I may have underdressed this a bit, but we'll see. He might be the only one. We'll see how this goes. And he walks up to me, and I go, is this the place where I'm supposed to be? He's like, yeah, where are you from? I go, I'm from mine. Where are you from? He says, oh, I'm from Indiana. I go, cool. He goes, what do you do? I said, well, I'm a comedian. And he goes, oh, really? Tell me a joke. I go, it doesn't work like that. People do that to me all the time. They go, oh, you're a comedian. Tell me a joke. That's not how that works. There's a whole elaborate story behind it. I'm not going into it. But anyway, so I was telling this kid that, no, it's not how that works. And when the conversation started getting awkward, a lady walks in and said, hey, so you guys are here early. You can have 2 different rooms to practice your stuff. I was like, cool. So she drops him off at the first door. I thought I should have got the first door because I didn't want to walk that much. So I was like, whatever. So I was going behind this lady, and it was dead quiet, and I hate silence. It's one of the things that I can't stand. So I was walking behind you, I was trying to make small talk, like, oh, you know Mr. Falstrom? She's like, yeah. Cool. All right, that was a great conversation. She goes, here's your room. Oh, cool. So I was in there for practicing my stuff for 20 minutes. And she comes back, she says, Brady, we're ready to start the audition. I went, awesome. So I go downstairs, and I see 7 people. And all of them are dressed up. One guy's wearing a 3-piece suit. One guy's wearing a suit vest, a vest that you wear over or under a suit. With dress pants, dress shoes. Girls are wearing dresses and high heels. They got their makeup, they got their hair done. And here I am in neon shoes. I didn't get the memo that we were supposed to dress up. So I didn't dress up. And I looked like a fool. So the choreographer was like, all right, we're going to do warm-ups. I was like, cool, whatever. So he made us go in a circle, made us do yoga stuff, and I'm not flexible, so he goes, touch your toes. I'm like, okay. That's as far as I can go. I don't know what to do. And the last one kind of stood out to me because it was kind of racist. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of was. And I'm gonna show you guys what it was. So I'm gonna put the mic on here. All right. So what he made us do was he's okay. We're gonna put your arms in the air. Okay, well, first he said the name. It was called Dark Chocolate. As you can tell, I knew this was going to be the greatest thing on earth, or just I'm going to have to do something awful. She's like, okay, so what is, put your hands in the air, talk really high like this, and when you get low, you bring in that dark chocolate. I'm like, you can't do that! Why are we doing this? This is just an audition, I didn't know how to do this. it's like, I'm trying to fake it, you know, I'm one of those fake it till you make it kind of guys. So everyone's like doing it, and there's me like, wow, this is great. And I was like, wow. So after that, me and this one made eye contact during it, like, yeah, something's a little off about this one. Don't think we should be doing this. So, it was time for the audition, and I was not prepared for what I was about to see. Girls were going up there, busting out accents, making themselves cry. Guys were going up there singing crazy notes and doing accents, and they were just killing it. And then there was just me, once again. I was like, all right. And so they go, Brady. I go, oh, I'm next. So I stand up there, and it's very awkward silence because they're still writing stuff down. And like I said before, I hate silence. So I was like, well, before I start, I want you guys to know that I have my own podcast called Brady Runs Podcast. And I'm a stand-up comedian. You can look at my first show, Can You Read This on YouTube? Or Can You Read This on YouTube, Brady Keene? And it'll pop up. And the kid from Indiana was like, yes! No way! Yes! Like, calm down. I talked to you for like 2 minutes. Let me do my thing, all right? And so they're all right, Brady, you can go. I do my 2 monologues, that wasn't a big deal. And it was time to do the song. So I had a CD, I wasted $1 on iTunes for it, and here why. I go to the CD player, I put it in, I click play, I turn around, ready to sing song. And the music didn't play. Like, oh, that's lovely. So I turn back around, I take out the CD, put it back in, close it, hit play, turn back around, get ready, not playing again. So okay, this is awful. So I go back, and I'm like, it's not working. You won't like hit some buttons. Like, fine, I'll hit some buttons. So, you know, I'm just kind of hitting things. And the choreographer was like, I got it. I'm like, all right, Dark Chocolate, it's all you. knock yourself out. And so he was, you know, clicking things, and he turned around and goes, it's broken. Like, yeah, I told you that. I didn't believe it. So I was like, I guess I could do the song without the music. And that's what I did. And I ended up getting scholarship. I thought that was pretty cool. Every that ridiculous day. To open my water, it was a stressful time for me. We'll take like next water, that's such a knowledge. I don't like birthdays. Because, like, they're actually awful. And let me tell you why. Birthdays wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't for social media. Without face it, my birthday would just be another day, and I could live happily. But instead, my phone's getting notifications saying, this person they haven't talked to in 10 years says, happy birthday. And my entire feed is happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And you have to comment to every single one of those people, or else they get offended. Right? Like, so I gotta write thank you, thank you, thank you. And some people are like, well, why don't you just write one big message like, thank you for all the birthday wishes. That's because that doesn't please people. I'll get confronted days later, like, you didn't say thank you to my birthday post on Facebook. Well, you didn't really, like, my bad, I'm sorry. You know, I had the big message, like, it wasn't personal enough. So what I do is, I write the same exact message to every person so they get the hint that I don't like this. I just, so-and-so, thank you very much. That's it. I did it to every single person. Nobody really seemed to catch on. And if it wasn't for social media, you know, my birthday would just be a lovely day of me watching Netflix, but instead I'm on my phone having to write people back, thank you. The same message every time. I also don't like the birthday song. I don't know why that's still a thing. You know, happy birthday to you. And like when they're doing it, there's a cake in front of you, and you really don't know to look up and like smile at them, or like kind of look down because it's kind of awkward. So I kind of do both, where it's like, so I just kind of look really creepy and hope it ends. And there's always that one guy who has the cha-cha-cha. Like, what? You don't need to do that. What? And you know when I was a little kid, with kids that used to add stuff in between verses, that really bothered me. Like, back in elementary school, we did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that would play around Christmas time. It would say, they never let poor Rudolph join any reindeer games like Monopoly. That doesn't make sense. Monopoly's not a reindeer game. We play Monopoly. Are we reindeers? I think not. It doesn't make sense to me. And like, that's why the birthday song is just the worst. Everybody makes it awful. And you just want to eat the cake, but they hinder you from it. They really do. Here are the 3 worst kind of birthday parties that I'm going to tell you guys right now to avoid. Number 1 is the kids' birthday party. Because it's always It's always in a setting like Chuck E. Cheese, and just germs everywhere, and for a germaphobe like me, I'm kind of very paranoid. I just kind of stand like this is lovely. One kid's always crying, no matter what kid is crying. Some kid is always crying at a kid's birthday party. And you see this little kid, open gifts, right? And they'll watch him, and he's not appreciative towards anything. He opens gifts like, wow, that's cool. Whoa! And like his grandparents gets him a card, and he opens it, just takes the money, just tosses the card aside. That has something sweet written on it. You couldn't be like, oh, thanks. We're all guilty to this. I'm not gonna lie. All of us are getting a card and not reading it, just taking the money. But we don't do it in front of the person we get the card in front of. We hide it, okay, this card can go away now. Thanks for the money. And kids just don't care. And at that point, you're just kind of there for the cake. All right, this cake will really redeem this party. And they bring the cake out, and they have one cake. And oh no, there's candles on it. And I was thinking, this kid spits all over this cake. I went through torture for nothing. So, I see the kid huff, and every kid blows out candles, and I don't know why. So it spits all over cake. And my face I'm just so disappointed that I had to waste a day to go to an acquaintance kid's birthday party. I don't know, it's just stupid. The second is a surprise birthday party, because that is a great way to get arrested for manslaughter. Whose idea was it to have a surprise party? It was like this, all right, we're gonna throw Jim a surprise party. What's that? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna break into his house, we're gonna turn off all the lights, we're gonna hide it under his furniture, and when he walks in on his long day of work, he turns on the lights, and we pop up and yell, surprise! Whose good idea was that? This is we're breaking and entering, we're scaring a dude. Why are we doing that? I actually had to help throw a surprise birthday party not too long ago. It was for my friend Chase, and his girlfriend was like, Brady, I need help throwing this birthday party. And the invitation's out, since I wanted to be a good friend, so I was fine. So they handed the invitation, she goes, hand this out when you see the person that name's on it. That was my only job, pretty much. So the thing is, I'm with Chase all the time. Students here see me in school, all 7 hours, me and Chase are pretty much together. So I do it really sneakily, right? Chase, what's that over there? Here's your birthday card, just take it. What? That's cool, Chase, wow. And so I did this, and I did not tell him for 2 weeks. I don't remember how long it was, but it was a span of a while. And me and my friend Steven, who was right there, was friends with that one dude, Isaac, we showed up to his parties at a bowling alley. You guys went to my last shows, I don't like bowling alleys, so I'm really taking the bully here for Chase. So I walk in, me and Steven are 30 minutes early, we're pretty early, and we're just kind of hanging out and waiting for Chase. And we see Chase walk in. I was like, dude, why are you here? And he goes, oh yeah, I found there was a surprise party. I'm like, bro, you could at least do me the favor of faking it, coming in when you're supposed to, so I can be surprise, oh no, I didn't know this was happening, that would have been fine for me. No, he had to show up an hour early to his own surprise birthday party, so he thought it would be funny. I thought it was pretty good.
Great, stop automatically. Yeah, I did that once, but I'm there, so it's alright.
The third is when somebody throws themselves a birthday party. Because anybody who shoves their birthday in my face multiple times, I refuse to tell them happy birthday. They're not getting that satisfaction out of me. And you're like, well, Brady, that's kind of mean. Well, let me tell you why. On your birthday, you didn't actually do anything. It was your mother, right? All you did was just start crying. And you knew this day was going to come. You knew you were going to turn 18 eventually. So I walked around I'm the best girl in town. Because it's my birthday, I'm turning 18. We all turn 18 at some point. You're not special. Well, I got cheesy about it too. Oh, today your birthday? Yeah. Cool. Walk away. And those are the 3 parties that I recommend not to go to. A fun thing to do with your friends. This is a fun prank I played on my friend Colin. If you guys know Colin, he's very quiet and to himself, and he does not really talk to people. Alright, so I went around one day, a week beforehand, And I told everybody it was his birthday on the upcoming Thursday. Right? I was telling everybody I know, like, hey, tomorrow is next week's like Cal's birthday, so be ready for that. Tomorrow's Cal's birthday, so just when you see him celebrating birthday, I'm gonna want to tell him, right? And Cal went to school the next day, I don't know what's happening. And just like 50 people, happy birthday, Colin. It's not my birthday. Happy birthday, Colin. It's not my birthday. Happy birthday, Colin. I was like, so what is going on, Brady? What did you do? I was like, well, I may have told everyone it was your birthday. So why would you do that? I mean, it was funny. It's like, whatever. And I got a whole class to sing happy birthday joke on his supposed birthday, and he was not pleased with me. I was like, hey, Mr. Teacher, today is Kyle's birthday. I think the class should sing happy birthday to him. And Kyle was in the room and he goes, don't do that. It's not my birthday. I go, he's really shy about it. It really is his birthday. And I got a whole class singing happy birthday to him, and he was just straight-faced angry the entire time. And it might have been one of the best days of my school year, honestly. I think it was the bad Friday, actually. Me and Colin work together now. That's cool. We both work for the government. We're both park ranger at Rolling Hills. I got a job there. I told him to get a job there. So now we're together, so that's fun. But people ask what that job consists of. And I'll tell you what I did a couple days ago. A couple days ago, I was looking around the break room. I found this latex glove. So I took it, and I filled it full of water, and I tied it up. And that's what I did all day. I did nothing else. I get paid for doing nothing, and it's a beautiful job. I love it so much. But on that same day, I filled it. All right, so I walk in the bathroom. All right, with this glove, and there's a guy that was like filling something else up. So I walked up and like, sup? And I accept this glove. And I try to sit down, and I start filling up with the glove. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, just filling the glove up with water. And like I get out, and I'm like, can you open the door for me? He's like, yeah, here you go. Thanks, man. And I knew that guy's like, what is going on here? But I mentioned Hansel. I thought it was a pretty solid pun. And also, when I'm working there, the first day I worked there, I went to the gateway. Which people who drive in, and I, ask them, are you a resident of Washington County? Do you have an annual pass? Would you like one? Okay, they give me $6. Blah, blah, blah. That's all you really do in there. But I don't usually ask them what their purpose of coming to the park is. But there's one special type of person that always tells us what's going on. They pull up, right? They're like, hey, sir, how are you today? We're just going disc golfing. Like, good for you, I did that. He's like, yeah, it's a beautiful day. Gotta get, I'm like, why are you stretching? It's disc golf. Like, how hard? Like, why are you stretching? And he's like, yeah, I've been disc golf for like 10 years. Like, I didn't ask you. Do you have a pass, please? And so the day where I made Hansel, I was sitting on this hill with the coworkers. It was a beautiful day out, so we're just kind of outside hanging out. And I see these 3 disc golfers. One is wearing all tie-dye, and the other 2 looks fairly interesting. So, and they were throwing these discs off the hill I was on. It's like, what's going on here? So I walked down there. And I was like, hey guys, what are you guys up to? And I'm about to do a voice. And they're like, Brady, you're just putting on a character. I'm not. This is how this man actually talked. He's like, man, I'm just throwing frisbees up this hill, my friends. And I realized that they were playing indie music, but I didn't know where it was coming from. And I was like, all right, well, there's music somewhere. I don't know. What is happening? And he's like, yeah, we're throwing this frisbees up the hill. This is fun, man. He's like, who are you? I'm like, well, I'm Brady, park ranger here. I'm just kind of hanging out. He's like, dude, you're a park ranger? I was like, yeah, that's what I do. It's my job. So I was like, that is so cool. Take this frisbee. What? Take this frisbee and throw it up the hill. I was like, well, why? He goes, Brady, take the frisbee and throw it up the hill. And his friends were like, yeah, dude, throw it up the hill, Brady. Come on, park ranger, do it. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll throw your frisbee. So I take it, and I chuck it, and I suck at throwing frisbee so it goes the other way. I was like, dang it. So I start walking over, and the guy walks up to me and goes, well, what did you do today? Oh, I did his voice. He's like, well, what do you guys do today? And I was like, well, today I just kind of got a glove, filled it with water, named him Hansel. He's up there getting a suntan right now. kind of hanging out. It's a fun time. He was like, cool. And his tie-dye friend had ending music. He was like, hey, you, Brady, come here. I'm like, what's going on, man? He's like, I want you to have this. He just handed me a Frisbee. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you want me this wonderful gift? Like, you might need it one day. It could be your lucky one. He's like, I don't really throw it much. I'm like, maybe you should try. Just give it a shot. He said, keep it. I want you to have it. I'm like, thanks, man. And I started walking back up the hill. I'm like, that was an experience. They start following me up the hill. So I'm like, this is odd. And I end up going up the hill. And there's Hansel laying in the grass. And the guy was like, oh, dude, is that Hansel? I was like, yeah. And he goes, oh, man, that's so cool. You created that. You're like the god of that creature. My response was, oh, well, I just like to think it's a glove full of water. But I guess you could say that. It's like, yeah, man, I was like how you like an extra leg, you know? So it's like, you can do whatever you want with an extra leg. I'm like, what's the purpose of that? And I was like, it's just a figure. And it is a glove. It's like, oh man, that's so cool. Starts walking away, turns around, comes back. And he goes, Brady, you need to get tickets to this music festival in Ohio. It's called Darkness to Jubilee. Get a tent with a couple of your buddies, come down to the best time of your life. I was like, oh, yeah? That sounds fun. He's like, yeah, great bands there. You got Big Tuna. It's like, the name of the band called Big Tuna. He's like, yeah, that's so good. I was like, oh, that's cool, whatever. Like, when I want to get somebody away from me, I just weird, like, okay. And I got higher pitch. And he's like, you need to go, best to do it. I'm going to go, and I'm going to look for you there. I'm like, all right, well, good luck finding me. And then when I start walking away, he turns around and he goes, hey, Brady, what's up, man? Every time I'm here, and I'm here a lot, I'm going to look for you. Oh, no, don't, please. I just opened a can of worms for my summer that I don't know how I'm going to end up. I don't know how to do a lot of things. And I come to terms with the things I don't know how to do. I'll give you some examples. The first one is I don't know how to work keys well. That's just not in my, artillery. I just can't do it. I can be outside a house for like 20 minutes, oh gosh, this is terrible. I go all the way right, try to open it doesn't open. Go all the way left, open it doesn't open. And I just leave. Maybe like, all right, I'll just go back to my car, go to McDonald's or something, somebody shows up, or whatever. Another thing I don't know how to do is, I don't know how to hammock. And that kind of bothers me, but I wish I could. It looks really relaxing. Because I'm in a hammock, like I sit in the middle, and I was like, oh no, this is terrible. I'm like spinning all over the place. And like once I start to get settled, some jerk just comes over and I was like, whoa, dude, come on. I always end up falling off, or if I'm laying down, or I'm trying to go, I eventually just flip over and I'm on the ground. So now I just kind of avoid hammocks. Another thing I don't know how to do is I don't know how to tie knots really well. And I blame that on past me for not trying hard enough. I had this gym teacher back in elementary school, and she taught us how to tie our shoes. And she was really mean to me, she yelled at me all the time. So in spite of her, I refused to learn how to tie my shoe. And I did not learn until 4th grade. And I really respect, my dedication to, nope, I ain't doing it. I'm not tying my shoe until 4th grade. Like, when I said that, I was in 1st grade. I kept that going for a while. I would go to my friends like, hey, can you tie my shoe? and once I got the hang of it, I can tie my shoe now. But I can't really tie knots and things now. Like, if someone doesn't tie a trash bag up, I just kind of spin it around a few times. And I'm like, yeah, it'll stay. And I kind of put it to where it is. I'm wearing this purple sweater and I really like it because it makes me feel like I'm in a really bad, 70s TV show. Like I'm the wacky neighbor. I come in and it's like, what's going on? Get out of here, Brady. We're having serious family business. Like, whoa, I broke the vase! But I have this weird knack of knowing TV show theme songs. I don't know math, but I do know some great theme songs. And we all know some great theme songs. We all know Friends. You're like, so gonna be this way. That clap. And we all know like, you guys might have said Sanford and Son. There's like music like, and we all know Full House. Obviously, that's a great one. But I feel like theme songs are dying. And I feel like TV shows now usually utilize the TV theme song as they should, because I believe that a TV show theme song can really make an average show considered great, right? So with this theory of mine, I came up with the concept of, if I make a theme song for my life, it should make my average life great. So I wrote myself a theme song. And it goes like this. I spent hours in the studio writing this theme song, different kind of rhythms. It was really struggling to get this theme song down, but I'll give it to you. It's just, hey, it's Brady. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. It's short, simple, sweet, gets to the point. If I wake up every morning in that place, I would never have a bad day. I'm like, yeah, it is Brady. Yeah, he's just having a good time. Heck yeah. Now I'm ready to face my day, you know? Well, it's not with me. There's something I don't get. I don't get corn mazes. Like, why do you want to get lost in corn for like 3 hours? And it's a seasonal thing. I know this joke, you're like, Brady, so summer, right? Talking about corn mazes. Because I had 2 weeks to write this, and it was in my head. So, like, you know, sometimes, like, when you're with your buddies, like, let's go on a corn maze. Like, okay, you go to the corn maze, you gotta pay $20 to get lost in the most boringest thing to see constantly over and over again. Like, wow, there's corn. Whoa, there's more corn. Oh man, I didn't see that corn over there. But we're like, in corn mazes, I feel like that's a perfect place where something awful could happen to me. Like, I could turn a corner. I've seen too many movies. I turn a corner and just a man with a mask. I wouldn't know what to do. So I'm paranoid the entire time. And if I hear like a little child giggle, I can't handle it. Some children with the corn stuff, I deal with that. I'm booking it. I'm out of there. Right? And it's just one of the things I don't get. Like, let's pay $20 to get lost in corn for 3 hours, and once you're lost, I guess it was a terrible decision. And yeah, we do it every year. It's just one of those things. School's wrapping up. That's a thing. School's almost over. I'm almost out of here. Senior, that's exciting. Any seniors in here tonight? Welcome,
yeah.
Classmates. But throughout my school career, teachers always assume that I'm doing the worst possible thing. And sometimes I am doing the worst possible thing. But lately, I've just been chilling. Like this one time, I was running the show actually, and I was with Chase and Colin, and I was kind of telling joke ideas like, hey, would this be funny? And they're like, yeah, that's funny, sure, put it in the show. And I keep my notes in my phone. I went to go turn my phone on to go look at the notes that I had, and the video began to play. So I just quickly got out of the video. And then a teacher turns around, and he goes, what are you doing? Just chilling. He goes, doing my work, and hanging out. And he was chasing Colin, like, you know, 2 of my closest friends. And he goes, what's the percentage of working and talking that's being done over there? So I thought about this one. I was going to give him an honest answer. I pondered, I went, well, like 80-20? He goes, I think it's 50-50. Then why would you ask me? I was trapped. He trapped me. 80-20, I think it's 50-50. Move away from your friends. I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm doing my work for once. Let me do it, please. Just move away from them. Okay, well, can I at least go upstairs in the senior wing? There's an upstairs called the pods. You can work by yourself, and it's a beautiful thing. Hey, well, can I go upstairs? She goes, no, they're closed for the day. I said, all right. So I sitting on the staircase, and I was writing this exact joke out. And Chase comes up to me, and Chase walks to me with his devilish smirk that he gives me all the time. He doesn't get past me. He's like, hey, Rick, what's going on, Chase? He goes, they let me upstairs. I go, what? all right, here we go. All right, so my senior year, this is senior week. There's some senior week teachers here tonight. Hey guys. Don't fail me for this joke, please. It's been riddled with kind of unnecessary projects that I don't feel like I really need to do. Here's some examples. Building a lanyard. I don't know what a lanyard is still, but that wreaked havoc into my life. Another thing, building a kite. Like, okay, we're building a kite, that's easy. Wrong. Making a documentary. That one was just stressful. That put mine and Jesus' friendship in a bind for a little bit. Another one is we had to build a robot. And you're like, oh, building a robot sounds fun. No, it was awful. And it wouldn't be that bad if the rubrics weren't so difficult. You had to hit everything pinpoint perfectly. And that's something I'm not good at. I can't really hit pinpoint things and get everything done on time. Like, for example, I did the robot project. There was 3 different jobs. One was the project manager, where you got to tell everybody else what to do, and you just sit there on your phone and do nothing. The dream job. Second is the engineer. The engineer had to build a robot out of Legos. And the third was the programmer, which you get to program the robot. Now, I got the engineer. You're like, oh, Brady, that sounds fun. You got to play with Legos. Wrong, I suck with Legos. I never mastered the craft of Legos. I used to stack them up and set a line like, look, Mom, it's a rocket ship. Like, no, it's just kind of like a stick or something. I don't. And so they told me to build this robot. And I was like, all right. And my programmer wasn't there for a few days, and my project manager wasn't there for a few days, and then they're both wasn't there for a few days. So I'm stuck building this robot. And I don't know one thing about engineering, so I'm looking at this going, what can I make my robot look like? And I had the bright idea of, if I make it look like Wall-E, it will work. Because Wall-E was structurally sound. He knew what was going on. He lasted a long time. He was on Earth by himself for a bit. So, if I make my robot look like Wall-E, I can't fail. Wrong. Again. Right, so my program comes back, the robot's done. Right, and he goes, all right, I'm about to program through it real quick. He types in random numbers. All right, follow me. I go, what do you mean? He's like, we're testing the robot right now. I go, forward grade. He goes, yeah. Shouldn't we test it out first? No. I got this. All right, so I followed him. And the way this was set up was you had to hit a certain point on, so you start from somewhere, and your point is to get somewhere else, right? And how many, if you were off, that's how many points you got taken away. So my programmer sat down, typed random numbers, and said, all right, I'm ready. And he clicks go, and it's going, and going, and going, and going. Hits the mark we're supposed to go on, and keeps going, and keeps going, and keeps going, and it stops. And the teacher who was grading this threw down the ruler and was measuring it. I was quiet for a few minutes, but this is not going to end good. She's measuring it. She looks at me and goes, you got a negative 17 out of 10. And it was one of those things that I instantly accepted it, all right, I'll take it. I didn't know negative 17 was a thing, but I'll take it. It's better than negative 18. It could be worse. And after a tedious discussion, the programmer talked us up to a 0, and I've never been so happy to receive a 0 in my life. Yes, I got a 0. This is amazing. It's that time of year again, where it's grad parties every single weekend. And nobody likes going to grad parties, but I like to look at them as going away parties. Here, $10, I hope to never see you again. And grad parties are one of those things where you have to go to them. It's kind of like a wedding, because you want them to show up to yours, So let's show up, here's your card, okay, let's see what food you got. And usually the go-to food is fried chicken, and that's great, because I love fried chicken. But when there's not fried chicken, I'm just disappointed. All right, where's the fried chicken? Oh, hot dogs. Who wants to eat a hot dog? What the heck? I went to this one graduation party of I wasn't really friends with this person. They were just kind of acquaintances. And so we go. She was a vegetarian, and we go up, and I was really hoping that we get food there. And I never tried vegan food before, so I was really looking forward to it. I walk in, and it's just the worst kind of vegan food. It was like the really weird stuff, and I was like, this couldn't have got like veggie burgers, but instead you got this weird noodles with nasty sauce on it. I don't want that. I gave you $10 for nothing. I just want some food, right? And our family, I have family from down south, and they mailed us a graduation card. Do they think I'm gonna go down south for a grad party? Cause I'm not. I'm not even gonna go to a wedding that's in Kentucky, let alone a graduation party. Like, it's just ridiculous. But I want you guys to know, I still want all of you guys to come to my graduation party because I'm gonna need it. All right. I went to prom recently. That was the thing that happened. Anybody here go to prom? Thank you. So I went to prom recently, alone, by myself. But I did go with a group of 36 acquaintances. There's a lot of people there. And I was friends with some of them, but most of them, it's I don't talk to them often. And I was invited, I heard there was free food, so I was in. My rule of life is never turn down free food. That's what my dad's taught me, and that's gonna go with me through the rest of my life. So I pull up, and Chase was going. Chase and his girlfriend were going. I'm like, thank God Chase and Brooke are going, because I don't know how this is gonna go. And I pull up to the house that I think is the house, and I see a bunch of old people outside. And I'm like, is this the place I'm supposed to be at right now? I didn't see any, of people I know. I just saw a bunch of, older people. I'm like, I don't know if I'd just walk out, walk in, I don't know what to do. And Chase called me. I go, what's up, Chase? What's going on? He's like, nothing, man. I'm just gonna be really late. So if you can save me a seat at dinner, me and Brooke's seats next to you, that would be lovely. I said, yeah, Chase, no problem. I think I'm at the house right now, but I don't really know. I don't see anyone I even know. I just see a bunch of parents, but I don't actually know if they're parents or not. And I just don't want to walk up. I just don't know what to do. He's like, just walk up there and text me if this is the place or not. Yeah, well, that's kind of helping you and not helping me. So I think that's Chase, and I had this game plan for each scenario. If I walk up and I go, hey, is this prom? No, it's a funeral. Oh, I love Jimmy. I bet he didn't tell you about me. We're really close friends. That's the day I crashed a funeral. Or if it's a wedding, I'm with the groom, just hanging out. But I walk up and it was prom. I ended up seeing people that I knew. I'm like, okay, this is good. So I walk in, and none of the parents know who I am. They might heard my name before, but none of them really know me. So when it was time for group pictures, I was standing in the best spot so they could crop me out. Because you don't want a picture of a kid you don't know. So it was a large, like I said, 36 people were there. And we're all lined up, and I'm standing on the end, smiling. Wow, this is great. And I was sitting out everybody's hair. I wanted to avoid any conflict. The guy goes to take a picture of this and goes, you, move to the other side. I was like, me? He's like, yeah, you. I'm like, here we go. All right. So I walked over to the other side really slowly. And when he told me to stand, there was a table there. So I had the second where I had to problem solve what I'm going to do. I could go in front of the table, but here's a better idea. I'm going to stand behind the table. So he looked back to the big picture, and everybody's in front of me, and I'm behind a table like this. There's nothing on here. And he sees that, and he's like, oh my gosh, this kid. Moves it, the table puts it down, and goes, stand there! I said, my bad. I didn't know. Okay. So I'm standing there, right? I'm smiling. That's the picture taken. And then he says, all right. Now, girls, put your elbow on your date's shoulder like this. Here's the thing. I was pretty much the only one that didn't have a date. So everybody was just doing this on their date. And I'm on the end just doing this. Not weird at all. Whatever. And so after that, we had dinner. It was a potluck. And I don't actually really trust potlucks if I don't know making the food. I always usually find hair in there. I don't really know. If I know the person, I'm like, no biggie. But if I don't know the person, it's like, whoa. So prepare my food. I'm not eating that. Contaminate the whole plate. So and anywhere I had to scoop my own food, it always ends up me going, sorry, my bad, excuse me, oh no, it's a mess, right? So, and I'm wearing a suit, so I'm trying to avoid disaster as much as I can. And I'm in this line to get food, and Chase and Brooke show up, I'm like, oh, thank God. I was really worried that if they didn't show up, people would be like, hey, can I sit next to you? Like, no, it's for Chase and Brooke. And what if they were so late he just didn't show up? And I just was like, I told people I don't want them to sit next to me in the kindest way possible. Like, oh, no, it's for Chase and Brooke. Oh, Chase and Brooke were here, huh? Yeah, they definitely showed up. Like, my bad. And I still want you to put me in that situation. So, you know, I was in this line and they show up like, oh, thank God, this is not a problem anymore. And I'm in this line I'm walking towards, and I can see all the food. There's like 8 different types of noodles. It's like, all right, like we could have made something else. All noodles. I mean, I like noodles, but I could have done something different. Like, I don't know, like a hot dog would have been fine. Add it in there with noodles. But, I mean, I guess different types of noodles are okay. So I'm in this line, I start getting my food, and I realize where I started was the end of the food table. So here's when potlucks, sorry, my bad, oops, sorry, excuse me, I cut in front of all those people. And I started scooping my food, I'm like, oh man, these noodles are great, I'm gonna combine them all, because all noodles kind of taste the same to me. And I go sit down, we eat, it was good food. And then where we were going, the prom was at Easter this year. So where we were was like 4 minutes away from our destination. So we're at this house for like 3 hours, and it's just me sitting in a rocking chair. It's like, this is great. I'm in a rocking chair. Prom 2K17. What a lovely time. And then eventually we all get up to go, and I didn't really know where I was going, and I was told, it's just 4 minutes away. Alright, whatever. So I start driving, it takes me 20 minutes to find the place. I get lost where I'm going. Like, I can have a GPS, and I still get lost. Like, oh, that's beautiful. So I eventually find it, and I pull up, and I see that teachers are doing the valet. I'm like, oh no. And here's why I was not looking forward to that. It was because I have 2 dead flowers on my dashboard. And let me explain why. When I did the plays, they gave us single flowers. I really didn't know what to do with them, so I put them on my dashboard, then forgot about them, and now they're kind of dead. And I saw this one teacher, and I was like, I hope I don't get her, because she would be the one to tell everybody that Brady had dead flowers in his car, and I'll look like a weirdo. And I'm pulling like, please no, please no, please no, please no. She walks up, she goes, Brady, I'm gonna take your car. Oh, goody. Alright, here you go, whatever. Don't crash my car. Alright, just 2 dead flowers in there, just throw those. And I walk in, and you gotta do that annoying, like, small chat at prom. You know, we're all dressed up, so everyone's like, you look great, you too. But every single person says that to everybody. You look great, you too. You look great, you too. Stop every couple seconds. And it's just people fishing for compliments. You know, like, yeah, I'm wearing a suit, like, compliment me. Like, well, I'll just say you too and just keep walking. I never break stride. It's like, you look great, you too. 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 Where's Chase? I need the front. I need the front. Right? And so every DJ I've ever seen on TV is like 20 through like 35 years old, you know. Mine high school doesn't get those people. They get like 50-year-olds. And they play what we think, or what he thinks we want to hear. So it plays like 3 Nicki Minaj songs, and like 20 Katy Perry songs in a row, and I'm like, if I have to dance to If I Feel Like a Plastic Bag ever again, I don't know if I can handle this. And he's like really into his job, he's like, he thinks he's rocking it, we're like, this is awful. And at prom, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of dancers. There's people in the middle who do, you know, the dancing we're not supposed to do at dances, but they do it anyway. Oh my gosh, I can't handle it. I can't handle him. It's getting on my nerves. And like towards the DJ wasn't playing the best music, but this one really got me. Right, so a song dwindles down, and the next song is Life's the Highway by Rascal Flatts. Like, wow, I can really dance to this. Like, how do you dance to that? Oh, this is a great time. Like, in my head, all I pictured was Lightning McQueen and Larry the Cable Guy, but not as made her as Larry the Cable Guy. Like, how are people dancing to this? And like, there's people in the middle that still like, are still like grinding guys. I'm like, guys, this is a kid's movie. Keep it G. Watch this movie for children. You need to calm down. Right? And that was, so at the end of prom, that was like the third to last song. Like, could have been their song, Life's a Highway by Russell Flats. Okay. And it was, I was ready to get like my valet back. You know, usually with valet, when they park your car, they also get it for you because you don't know where they parked it. Not this valet. I walked up and go, can you hand me like a key number? I'm like, yeah, it's this one. He's like, all right, take my keys, go find your car. What? I don't know where you parked, there's a whole bunch of cars in there. He's like, well, you gotta go find it. I was like, all right, this is terrible. So I'm walking around the parking lot looking like an idiot, right? I was like hitting my butt and like, okay, where's my car? And I started way in the front. My car was all the way in the back, so I ended up walking this entire parking lot. And when I find my car, it's parked like this. Like, couldn't have parked the car any better than that? Like, it's not your car. Maybe, I think the flower's kind of like, are those flowers? Whoa! That's good enough, all right. Like, I couldn't even get into my driver's seat door. I had to climb to the passenger seat, like, okay, this is ridiculous. All right, I'm going to Wendy's. And that was the best time I had at prom was going to Wendy's. I love me some Wendy's. I think I have a fear of waiters. I'm not sure if I do, but I'm like 75% I'm afraid of waiters. And that's because they just have so much power over me, you know? They can do anything they want. And I only have a couple seconds to make a good first impression, and sometimes I'm mad at that. Bless you. You know, you only have a couple seconds to make a good first impression to the waiter, and I'm bad at that. So the guy's like, hello sir, how's your day today? How's your day today? Oh, there's gonna be spit in my food. Right? Like they could, and like the waiters come up to me and I plan what I want ahead. Like I want the burger with like no tomatoes, or like anything on it. It's like yuck. The guy comes up and goes, hey sir, what do you want? I forget everything. Just go chicken tenders. That sounds like, okay, whatever, the guy walks away. But like, they can do anything they want to my food for that mysterious walk to the kitchen to my table. They can do whatever they want, I'm not paying attention to them, right? Like, and I think what developed this fear of waiters was, one of the plays that I was in usually bought the dinners at the end. I went to Steak and Shake one time, and I got a burger with Cajun fries and a Diet Coke. And I didn't know where this is going. And so I drank all my drink before my food came out, and then my food came out, and I realized I got the Cajun fries, and I blame Chase for this because he told me they're so good. They were subpar at best, but so I have these Cajun fries, and I drink all my pop, and the waitress comes over, and I'm like, hey miss, can I have a Diet Coke? She goes, yes. She turns around, doesn't grab my cup, and just leaves. I'm like, okay, well, maybe she forgot. I don't know. She walks over back again, handing me all their stuff, and go, hey, can I have my Diet Coke, please? And she's like, yeah, sure. Just kind of like walk away, just don't get it. And then 10 times later, one of the girls that was sitting next to me was like, hey, this man asked for his Diet Coke like 30 times. Can you just get it for him so he can shut up? Right, so she's like, fine. She grabs it all like violently, like, okay, whatever. Walks over to this machine, and then you're like, cluck, 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 cluck. I'm watching her very intently, right? And I just see her just go, hold up. Hold up. I was like, this lady did not just take a drink of my Diet Coke. Are you kidding me? You signed up for this. I know we're annoying high schoolers, but you work at a Steak and Shake, and it's the cheapest place we can go to. You signed up for this. You just took a big swing of my bottle and sets it down, and I'm just staring at it, petrified. I didn't know what to say. I didn't even like ask for a manager or ask for a refill. I just stared at it. She just drank on my Diet Coke. What is this? It was ridiculous. Out of spite of her, I refused to drink my Diet Coke. So she went through all that annoyance and trouble to have me not even drink it. But my mouth was on fire, so things kind of joked on me, but it's all good. But, so, there's a way to kind of get around waiters, and that's drive-thrus, right? And drive-thrus are a cool thing, but I don't like going to one in town because usually what happens is I'm in a drive-thru and the car orders in front of me at McDonald's and they pull up ahead. They don't pull up all the way, so like I'm not like on the window where I can speak yet. And my window's rolled down. They go, "Hello, sir, how may I help you today?" Like I'm not there yet. Give me like a few minutes or a couple seconds. Like hold up. Like he wants to yell out my window. Yeah, I want like chicken nuggets. You want a McDouble? No. You just like, wait a minute. No, I need to give order it right now. Whatever. And nothing is scarier than pulling up in a drive-thru window to pay and seeing someone you know. I pull up like, oh my gosh. And like, I don't know what to do. Like, do I say hi? Do I ignore them? So I let them hold the cards, right? So, and I'm never pleased. They can open the door, not say anything to me. I'm like, that was kind of rude. They could have said hi, Brady, and I would have said hi back. And then the reporter's like, hey, Brady, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Like, stop. I just want my food. Like, leave me alone. I'm never satisfied. And I don't know if something wrong with me with that or whatever. This is the weirdest drive-thru experience of my life. I was at work one day and I was like, yo, can I go to McDonald's? And I'm like, yeah. So like, cool. So I get in my car and I go to the McDonald's near Sam's Club. And I order my food. I go, I want 2 McDoubles and I want a large Diet Coke. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I pull up, I can turn that corner, and I pull up and I see the man in the window and the lady in the car having a really heated discussion. I don't know what they're saying, but there's a lot of like, this. And the guy's like, I don't know what's happening, but something seems going on. And the lady's car door was open, and then she just drives in reverse. I'm like, okay, she hits me. It's a wrap. I'm done. I was so mad. And she's like, starts driving away with the front door wide open. And the guy's like yelling at her, like, hey, stop, windows open, blah, 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 like yelling at her. And I'm like slowly pulling up to the window and the man's yelling. And like he's still yelling. I'm like, hey man, here's my money. Because he's like, I'm running all day, her car door was open. And I was like, well, you shouldn't really worry about that because, you could probably hear, she could probably hear like the beeping or, feel the breeze. Like, I think she'll be fine. Like, I'll be worried about that all day. And he's talking to your off. I was like, all right, whatever. I pull ahead, and the next day I was like, here's your McDonald's and Diet Coke. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I take it, and the one near Sam's Club kind of have clear lids now. Like, I don't know if I like that, but this is the reason. I looked at my Diet Coke, and it just said die. I thought it was a sign. McDonald's hasn't failed me yet. I was paranoid for the rest of the day. Like, okay, everything's gonna be alright. McDonald's is not gonna kill me today. And I was just really paranoid. And like, she put a dot, so I know she was trying to write diet, but there was enough room where she could have put the T. So that's why I was like, okay, something's gonna happen today, and it's not gonna be pleasant. Whenever I have to make a big decision in my life, or a decision that I don't know how to make, I like to act like I'm on a child's TV show. And I turn towards that camera, and I go, hey kids, should I ask this girl out on a date? What? Yes? Okay. I go over like, hey, you guys want to go to like the movies or something sometime? No. Dang it, kids! You gave me the wrong choice! So it's never my fault. It's the kids, right? And like, I do this mainly when I talk to girls. If you find the smartest thing to do, like looking towards the wall for a little bit. It's like, oh yeah. I go like, hey girl, what's going on? Right? Like this one time, I wanted to text this girl something, interesting and fun that was sort of a great conversation starter going, right? And I just I wrote this text, like, this is a beautiful text to send someone. And I clicked send, like, this is going to be the best conversation ever, and I instantly regretted it, because that text said, hey girl, what's poppin'? Like, at some point, I thought that was a good idea. Like, oh yeah, this girl's going to be like, it's poppin' great, how do you respond to that? Hey girl, what's poppin'? Poppin', I guess. Like, it makes me laugh that somebody got a text that name said Brady Keene, and that text read, "Hey girl, what's poppin'?" Like, all right. And like that's what I do. Dumb things I want to impress people. Like that. Like I talk nonstop. Like for example, I had a girlfriend once, and that lasted a week. Because she told me that I talk too much, and I was like, "Well, I didn't know that was a thing, and I'm supposed to kind of talk to you." And she broke with me over text, and she let the German exchange students that were here do it for her. I was like, all right. I guess I didn't really deserve that, but it's funny, so like, it's fine. But at the time, I was like, you could have like done it yourself. Like, you have people who don't even speak our language do it for you. You just told me like, hey, Brady's not working out. Like, great, I'm out of here. No, it was over the phone, and it wasn't even her. I'm gonna finish on the what's poppin' story. So I texted her what's poppin'. I eventually did get a text back, which was great. How about you? And I was just like, man, I just texted a girl what's poppin', and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. Like I had to know that some part of my head, like. That's a good idea. And you'd think that would happen, you know, like a few months ago, like in middle school, or like a few years ago. No, that happened 2 weeks ago. I did that 2 weeks ago. Like, I thought current 18-year-old Brady Keene was like, this is amazing. And I click send. You know, my future, I think about my future wife a lot. And I realized she's gonna have to put up with me. With things like this. I think about my future wife all the time, like what is she doing? I always she's reading a book, I like to think she's smarter than me, because if she's not, we're gonna have a lot of trouble in our business stuff. But I was like, I wonder if she thinks like what I'm doing. Like she probably thinks like, oh, he's probably like this ripped, handsome doctor. Like, no, you're just gonna be disappointed. She's gonna meet me one day and be like, this is it? This is the guy I'm married? Like, yeah, it's me. And then another thing, because at my wedding day, I want to recreate the Beauty and the Beast dance, but I want to be Belle. And once I say that to her, she's gonna be like, is it too late to like back out? Like, really? You want to be Belle? Like, yeah, I think being Belle would be fun. She was a great role model for females, and she's Emma Watson. Who doesn't want to be Emma Watson, you know? But she's gonna put up with shenanigans for her entire life, you know, death do us part. And she's stuck with me forever, and she's just going to be sad. But anyways, that's been my show, it's been my set. Thank you everybody for coming out. I have like t-shirts in the back, like $10. They told me to say what company made them, but I forgot what company that made them, so my bad. Somebody said it back there. What was it? If you heard that, that's what it is. And yeah, somebody said they were coming out. I was putting out a good cause. You'll probably hear more from me if I have another show later on. So thank you everybody for coming out. I appreciate it. Thing where like I walk off, but then I run back on, and like so I'm really cool. Like 1 minute, I'll be right back. Hold up. 1 minute, I'm going somewhere, and like grab a T-shirt with my own name on it, and like throw it at someone. I lived on that dream.